What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Guardians video for you guys. Now, before I even get into the main topic of this video, I gotta talk about the news that came out last night during my stream and then was confirmed late last night by the Guardians beat writers. As you see by the tweet from Guardians beat writer Tim Stebbins, and I quote, can confirm the Guardians are set to call up number 5, actually number 4 prospect, number 66 overall, CJ Kayfus to the big leagues on Saturday. Let me just say this. This is something that us Guardians fans have been waiting for months, especially with Chase DeLauder. If you ask me who I thought was going to get the call up first, we all thought it was going to be Chase. And then, of course, he got hurt. So, yeah, our really only hope of seeing a prospect getting called up this year, like a major one, was CJ Kayfus. Because you look at the others, Travis Bazanis currently in AA. Of course, like I said, Chase is hurt. And he now is also in AA. But he's going to rise quickly. And then you have CJ Kayfus. And other than him, you had Jason Churio, who's in high A ball. Cooper Ingalls in double A. Cal Steven, we just got. He's in double A. Braylon Doughty, he's in single A. Ralphie Velasquez is in high A. And then Parker Messick, who I honestly thought was going to get the start before the trade deadline in the last game on Wednesday night. He's still in AAA. I honestly thought they were going to call him up, but they didn't. So, alas, CJ Kayfus will get the call up today. It'll be interesting to see if he's in the lineup, and you already know if he is, I am 1000% streaming the game regardless of who's on the mound. Of course, we all know Tanner Bybee will be on the mound tonight, and you've seen how he's done in my recent streams. Let's just say he's had a knack for blowing multi-run leads in games that I stream. Yeah, it's starting to become a habit. And honestly, I can't really trust him. So we'll see how he does against Bailey Ober, who is making his return today. Lovely. I can't wait to see him spam changeups against our lineup. Right? That's going to be fun. But now, with that being said, let's get to the main topic of this video. And as you guys know already, the MLB trade deadline has come and gone. And now, really, the only way teams could add players is via either free agency or the DFA waiver wire. And we've already seen the Guardians utilize waivers already, as right after the trade deadline passed from Zach Meisel, and I quote, the Guardians did claim pitcher Carlos Hernandez off waivers from the Tigers, if that scratches your trade deadline itch. So yeah, they wasted no time in making a waiver move. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they went back to the waiver well a few more times, because that's what they do, right? Of course, they didn't make any trades bringing anybody in, but they did trade away 2 pitchers. So that has me thinking, could they potentially add another pitcher to go with Carlos? We'll see. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 potential waiver options that the Guardians could go out and add to add a little more oomph to either their bullpen or their bench. This could be something like what they did in 2023 when they went out and they got Lucas Giolito, Reynaldo Lopez, and Matt Moore off waivers when the Angels acted like they were buying and actually being serious. And then a few weeks later, they waived them. Right? Now, the first name I'm going to talk about would essentially be this year's version of Lucas Giolito. And that, of course, is Ryan Pressly, who, as you know, was the closer in Houston for a while, and then they traded him to Chicago, and he's not the closer in Chicago. That was Palencia, who's actually really, really good. Now, the thing with Ryan Pressly is, I believe if you claim him, you get whatever's left on his contract, which last I saw was like 11 plus million dollars. So I don't think we're going to do that. Besides, the only way I would see us getting Ryan Pressly is if, God forbid, Cade either got hurt or he just didn't have it. And as we've seen, he's filthy. So I don't think they're going to take Cade out of the closer role. That's his spot now, with Emmanuel going into the corner because he's a dipwad. And by the way, it sounds like Emmanuel Clase might never pitch in the majors again. That's tough, man. I mean, you had all this money coming in, we extended him. He was looking like one of the top closers in the majors. If we were going to trade him, we were going to get a damn haul for him. We were going to make out like kings. And then he goes out and does that. Yeah, I think it's safe to say the entire Guardians fan base now absolutely despises Emmanuel Clase. Because not only did he screw us out of getting a haul for him, but according to Ken Rosenthal, he took us out of the buyer's market. Really pissed me off. So I thought maybe we could buy a little bit, to help boost the team. Especially being as we're kind of in contention for a wild card spot. No, Emmanuel wants to be a dumbass. So thanks, Emmanuel. Have fun in a baseball purgatory, wherever that may be. Probably pitching somewhere in Central America. Or maybe you pitch with Trevor Bauer out in Japan. Have fun, loser. Now, the next name I'm going to talk about is a really intriguing one, and that is former Brewers reliever Elvis Peguero. Now, I did a quick dive into his baseball savant. Yeah, this dude has some nasty stuff. Like filthy stuff. And imagine this guy in the Guardians pitching lab. Carl Willis would legit turn this dude into a straight up demon in the bullpen. To mention, if we claimed him, we got him, I believe, for 3 years because he's yet to enter arbitration. So yeah, by the way, if you claim someone and they have term left on their contract, you get that contract. So if you claim someone that has like 5 years left, well, then you get him for at least 5 years if he sticks. Right? Or could end up like Carlos Hernandez, who just bounces around from team to team to team. This could be another situation like that. Honestly, I don't know if Carlos will even stick in Cleveland. We have to wait and see. He could be a hidden gem. But those are two intriguing bullpen options. Now let's talk about the lineup, right? Of course, you look at our lineup right now, it's not bad, but the bench. You look at our bench, of course, you have David Fry, you have Daniel Schneemann, Austin Hedges, and Johnny Rodriguez. And you look at these 3 names I'm going to be talking about, and you think to yourself, are these guys better than J-Rod? Honestly, yeah, they are. And the first name I'm talking about is Brian De La Cruz. Now you look at what he did this year so far, nothing really. But you look at what he did in Miami, yeah, he'd be one heck of a intriguing option, a flyer per se. He has wicked power, and if we give him the chance, I think he would be able to unleash it once again. Yeah. And again, he'd be way better than Johnny Rodriguez. Just saying. Another name would be Vidal Brujan, who has versatility as his main attribute. He can play multiple different positions, kind of like Daniel Schneemann. But honestly, I think they like Daniel Schneemann, so I don't see Vidal really being an option. And then the final one is Joey Waiver. Again, he's a little versatile, has some intrigue, but I don't know if we'd really go after Joey. So if you ask me, who are the two names that I would legit go for? It's obvious. Elvis Peguero and Brian De La Cruz. Simple as that, right? You replace Matt Festa with Elvis, and you replace J-Rod with Brian De La Cruz. I think that gives us a little bit more oomph in the bullpen and in the bench. Yeah, not really expecting much, but it'd be something, right? Give him a chance, see what happens, right? Well, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm gonna try and go live for the game today, but in the event I don't go live, then we'll see about tomorrow. Of course, SummerSlam is today as well and tomorrow, so we'll see about possibly streaming that as well. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. As always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell. And I'll see you guys potentially later today. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Guardians. And I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah.